But if you want to make yourself marriage material, and if you want to be the right one for him, that you should make those sacrifices.
The guy didn't ask you to give up your social media. You just gave it up on your own. Was that it? Was it your OF or was it your Instagram also?
Well, I did OF, but like with my ex Rob that I was with after my divorce, I gave up an Instagram for him. He was just uncomfortable with like the comments and everything. So
What kind of comments? Pro or anti?
The guys who would like hit on me and say stuff like that. And to me, it was like, well, what means more to me? And to me, Rob meant more to me than my Instagram. So, but I also wasn't making an income off of that.
Yeah.
I think that there's a way that you can adjust things on your Instagram when you're in a relationship. I believe that there's boundaries, and I believe that relationships are about sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I believe that you don't have to necessarily get rid of it, but you can also adjust things that are appropriate. That's just what relationships are. And if I know that some girls said that like, well, he's just not the right one. But if you want to make yourself marriage material, and if you want to be the right one for him, that you should make those sacrifices.
Okay, so that's great. I mean, you kind of perfect segue to what I was going to get to first, and what we talked about yesterday on Access Vegas, which was the concept of like, you do understand the consequences for either way, right? Yeah. Everyone has the right. Yesterday I said, it's in the U.S. Constitution. It is not. It's in the Declaration of Independence that we are endowed by our Creator with inalienable rights, those of which being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yeah. So we have the liberty to do whatever we want that makes us happy. And if in the short term, what makes us happy is, getting the bag and being on IG and showing off all this kind of stuff, that's fine. But in the long term, we may have to pay the consequences because other people also have the pursuit of their happiness.
Yeah, and they have a right to not be with somebody like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that when you're in a relationship, because I had an ex tell me, which actually is my ex-husband, he told me in the very beginning, like, why would I change things just because I'm in a relationship? And I told him, why wouldn't you change things because in your relationship? You absolutely should change things.
Men don't know. I know.
Well, but when I said that, he was like...
they're not good at that.
But when I said that, it really like triggered a thought process. And then I was like, oh, wait, I probably should. I should make adjustments. Yeah. And you should. That's what relationships are. You're no longer just yourself. You're with a partner now. You make sacrifices. And if you would want them to do things and sacrifice things to make you happy, you should do the same. And those sacrifices are literally deleting a picture off of Instagram. Come on, really? Like, what's
really more important, the picture? Like the picture's more important right now?
Yeah, that's really crazy. Immature, like that you're really worried about your likes over like somebody. If you really care about somebody, then you would adjust some things. You don't have to necessarily delete your Instagram or anything. You can talk about a fair median, because that's what you should be doing. You should be talking about what makes him happy, what makes you happy, and come somewhere in the middle that your guys are going to agree on to make your relationship work.
For sure.